Have you ever felt that mix of anxiety and anticipation that only football can stir up? That feeling that something big is about to happen, but no one knows exactly what it is. Well, that's precisely the atmosphere surrounding Newcastle United in recent days. Between hush-hush conversations, behind-the-scenes negotiations, and a fan base that never stops dreaming, the club is going through a pivotal moment, one that could deeply shape its future. Today, we're diving into a story that may catch a lot of people by surprise, but don't worry, the most important part is coming up in just a bit. First things first, it's worth remembering that here on the channel we always bring you the hottest news, backed by reliable sources and with a keen eye on what truly matters to Magpies supporters. So, if you're not yet part of our community, now's the time to hit that subscribe button. Following Newcastle's every move with us means you'll always be in the loop and help our channel grow, which means even more quality content for you. In recent months, Newcastle have been working hard to secure stability within the squad. Key players like Martin Dubravka, Fabian Schär and Emil Kraft have already extended their contracts, all running through to the end of the 2025-26 season. The club's management know how crucial it is to maintain a solid core in order to keep challenging at the top of the Premier League and continue dreaming of silverware, especially after this season's thrilling performances. Sean Longstaff also had his deal extended until June 2026, proving the club is equally committed to nurturing homegrown talent. Now, with the season nearing its end, much of the buzz surrounds those players whose contracts are set to expire. The decisions being made over the next few days will directly influence Newcastle's plans for the upcoming campaign. It's a time filled with tension and anticipation, where every choice could be pivotal in shaping the club's future success. And this is where one name has stirred up fans and the media alike: Dan Burn. According to a report by Mail Online, the centre-back who joined Newcastle in 2022 and swiftly cemented his place in the squad has signed a contract extension that will keep him at St James Park until 2027. While this renewal may not come as a shock to those who closely follow the club, it carries significant weight both for the team and its supporters, as Burn played a key role in the historic campaign that saw Newcastle lift the Carabao Cup, their first domestic title in 70 years. For those who didn't follow it closely, it's worth highlighting the impressive impact Don Burn had this season. At 33 years old, he arrived from Brighton and Hove Albion for around £13 million and has since made 146 appearances for Newcastle, scoring crucial goals including one in the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool. That goal etched his name into club history and lifted the spirits of fans who finally witnessed their team win a major trophy after decades of waiting. Moreover, Burn received his first call-up to the England national team shortly after that triumph, a well-deserved recognition that crowned his dedication and development. Thomas Tuchel, the national team manager, has included the defender in the upcoming fixtures against Andorra and Senegal, further highlighting Burn's growing importance both on and off the pitch. His mix of experience, leadership and consistent performances has made him a true pillar at Newcastle, and the club's board made a point of rewarding him with this new contract. Eddie Howe, Newcastle's manager, has always praised Dan Burn, emphasizing his work ethic, professionalism and leadership. According to Howe, Burn is a model of dedication and one of the squad's most reliable players. He contributes far beyond his duties on the pitch, positively influencing the training environment and raising the team's standards. For the manager, having players like Burn is essential to building a winning culture at the club. But while Burn celebrates his renewal, Newcastle are preparing to say goodbye to some players who won't be continuing next season. Among them is Callum Wilson, whose contract expires at the end of June. Wilson is expected to make his final appearance for the club this Sunday against Everton, a match that could secure Champions League qualification for the Magpies. Although Eddie Howe hasn't ruled out a renewal, the striker's future remains uncertain, leaving fans anxious. Another departure is Lloyd Kelly, who spent the second half of the season on loan at Juventus and triggered his mandatory purchase clause, costing the Italian club around £20 million. His exit leaves a gap in defence that Newcastle will need to fill wisely. In addition, goalkeepers John Ruddy and Mark Gillespie are also nearing the end of their contracts, with their futures likely to be decided after the season concludes. Jamal Lewis, the left-back, is another player expected to leave the club. He spent part of the season on loan at Snow Paulo, but his loan was cut short due to injury. Newcastle are not expected to renew his contract, signaling significant changes in the defensive unit for the coming campaign. These movements show a Newcastle side undergoing restructuring and preparing for a promising future, aiming to retain the key players who've made an impact, like Dan Burn, and letting go of those who no longer fit the project. The board is alert, working to ensure the team remains strong and competitive for the battles ahead. If you want to follow every step of this journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here you'll get the latest updates, detailed analysis, and everything happening behind the scenes at Newcastle United, with exclusive and up-to-date content. Stick with us so you don't miss a single update, and help us grow this passionate community around our club. The 2024-25 season has already gone down in Newcastle's history, but the challenges for 2025-26 will be even greater. Keep Keeping quality players and making smart, strategic changes to the squad will be crucial for the club to continue growing and earning its place among the Premier League and Europe's elite. And this contract renewal with Dan Burn shows that Newcastle are willing to invest in the players who truly matter and deserve recognition. The club wants more than just good results. It's building a culture of success and commitment, and that requires players who embody those values both on and off the pitch. Meanwhile, the final rounds of the league promise intense emotions, with the Champions League spot on the line and key decisions to shape the team's future. Sunday will be decisive, and St. James Park is expected to be buzzing with support as the Magpies chase yet another triumph. Stay tuned to the channel to catch all of this firsthand. If you haven't already, subscribe now and hit the bell icon to receive every notification. Here you'll find everything about Newcastle with the passion and dedication the club deserves.